Okay, so we today are going to learn how to send out an email in ActivePipe. And for today's example, what I'm going to teach you all how to create is a 2022 year in review kind of recap email that you can send out either to, just your recent clients from the past year or to whomever else you want from your ACE contacts. So I'm going to start sharing my screen. And if y'all could just let me know if you can see it, since I had some technical difficulties earlier. Can everybody see my screen? Just give me a shout out or a thumbs up. Fantastic. Okay, so we're good to go. So you are always going to start out going to your ACE dashboard. Okay. And the program or tool we're going to be using is called ActivePipe. So if you're not sure where it is, in all of these tiles down here, you can always use the search bar at the top. Just type the word active, hit enter, and now your choices are going to be here. So you scroll down and here it is. We see ActivePipe and it's telling us for future reference, it's under the digital marketing tab. Okay. So we're going to click on this to log in. Okay, so I'm now on my ActivePipe dashboard. And to get started, we're going to create a new email. So we're going to go over to the left-hand gray bar. And once you hover over that, the menu will pop open. And you can see right towards the top is the emails section. So we're going to click on emails. What you are going to see are any emails that have either been created by the company and shared with you so that you can send them out, or any emails you've already created and saved. But for today, we're actually going to start out with a brand new one. So in the upper right-hand corner, we're going to click this green button that says Create Email. Okay. So now what we're looking at are all the different templates that are available. Okay, so depending on what type of email you want to send, there might be an already set up template for you. But for today, I want to show you how to start from scratch. So I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom. And there's three options for completely generic emails. Okay, so I'm just going to pick one of these, click on it. The first thing you need to do is name the email. Now, this is for your reference only. Okay, your clients aren't going to see this name. This is just so you can go back and find that email if you want to. So name it whatever you want. I'm going to call it 2022 year. I'll have to admit somebody. Sorry. Here we go. 2022 year in review. That's what I'm going to name this email. Click continue. Okay, so now up at the top, you have to put a subject in, and this is the subject line that your clients will see when you send out this email. So whatever you put here, you want to make sure, it's eye-catching, or that they at least will know what the email is about. And then next to that, there is a category dropdown. It's going to make you pick a category. This doesn't truly matter, but you do have to pick one. So, you can call it a general communication or a newsletter, whatever you want. Okay. So now in this blank template we've picked, I'm going to call these tiles. If you see, if I hover over it and there's like a box that appears. Okay, so we're going to call those tiles. And to the right-hand side, you're going to see a whole menu here of all different types of tiles that we can add. So this generic one just comes with a text tile. Okay, so this is where you can write your introduction about what this email is going to be about. And you see it says Dear, and then it says first name, which is highlighted in blue. You do not want to change that, because what that highlighted section is going to do is autofill each individual client's name. So even if you send this to 200 people at the same time, it's going to autofill each one of their first names, so it looks like you're sending the email individually to them. So don't edit that. You can change the word dear if you want to say hi or hello or whatever you want. And then the Latin that you're seeing here is just a placeholder. Okay, so you want to make sure that you do come into this box, click anywhere in there, and then the editing options will pop up. And you can see it's just like if you were creating any sort of Word document or email. You have all the options. You can change the text, arrange the text however you want, add hyperlinks, all of those things. So I'm just going to come down. I'm going to delete all the Latin that's in here, and then we're going to compose our introduction, right? So whatever you want to write here. Okay, so I want to keep this pretty brief, just personally. So I just wrote, now that we are officially in 2023, I wanted to reach out to you to give you a recap and what our team has been up to for the past year. Lots of exciting news, great client stories, and even a sneak peek into what's coming for 2023. Okay, so that's what I've got just for my introduction. And now what I want to do is start adding additional tiles from the right-hand menu for all the other items that I want to add to this email or newsletter. So first thing that I thought of that we could add would be all the homes that you've sold for the past year. Okay, so I'm going to start out at the very top on the right. There's this very first box says heading. Okay, I want them to know what this section is. So I'm going to click and hold that tile and drag it to where I want it. And you'll see those two green arrows pop up, showing me that I'm going to put this in between my introduction and my signature at the bottom. So once you've got it where you want it, you're just going to let go. And there it is. Okay, so same thing. If you click in here, now you can edit it. And we're going to call this homes sold in 2022. Okay. And then let's see, I actually want that to be centered. So I'm going to click in there again, highlight it. There we go. And let's see, I want to make that bigger. We can make it purple. I clicked on the little typeface to make it the color I want. We can make it bold. And let's see, how do I make it bigger? All right, we're going to roll with that for right now. Okay. So the next thing you're going to add under your title, you have two options for this. Okay. You can scroll down again. I'm on the right-hand menu. And you will see one of the options is for properties. Okay. So you can either do a grid layout of your properties or a list layout of your properties. Up to you. So you can grab whichever one of these you want. Again, just click and hold, and I'm going to put it underneath my title. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. Now to add your properties in here, on each one of these individual boxes in the lower corner is a little blue house icon. If you click there, you're going to be taken to a list of all the properties in Berkshire Hathaway. Okay, so if you're looking for all the homes you've sold, over here at the top to the right, there's a drop down. It's right now is on current. So you want to change that to sold. Okay, and then at the top, there is a search bar, and you can just put in the names of the properties that you're looking for. Okay, so here, ooh, where'd it go? Here you go. Here's one. So I'm going to click it, and it's going to automatically add that for me. Okay, I'm going to go to the next one. Little blue house in the bottom right corner, click it. Change current to sold. Search for the property. Hold on, did I get the address right? I did. Let's try another one. Oh, I don't know why my other ones aren't coming up. 412 Railroad. Okay, so here's why I'm going to show you two different ways to do this. I'm on a team, which means most of my properties that closed in my team leader's name. So that's probably why they're not showing up for me. But if your properties close in your own name, you can just repeat that process. Make sure you change current to sold, type in the address, and then pull all the different properties you've sold for the past year into that tile. Okay. So that's one way of doing it. And then as you can see, it'll show them, beds, baths, square footage, what you sold it for, and the address of the property. Okay, so that's one way to do this. The other way, if you are like me and you are on a team and you can't do this yourself because your sold properties are in someone else's name, the other way to do it is, again, over to the right-hand side. I'm going to go back up here to where it says text and images. Okay, I'm going to grab the text and images tile that I want, drop it in, and now I can just add images and type the information about the property. So for example, I would click this little camera in the first box. And if I want to pull in the picture, I would go to the right where I'm under my images and I have to add the image of the house. So I'm going to go to the right-hand corner where it says upload image. And then I'm just going to search here. Let's do. Okay, so here's my first one. I'm going to upload it. Here it is. I'm going to click on it. Now it's added that image. And now I can click down here, delete out the placeholder, and type, address was 314 Weatherby. Sold for, I don't know about you, but I keep notes on everything so I can keep it straight, 227,500. There we go. Okay, and then you would just repeat that process. So I would go to the next one, hit the little camera icon, go over to the upper right, upload image, There we go. Now I'm going to click on it. It's added it. So I'm going to come back down here, delete out this text, write what I want to say about the property that I sold. And I'm going to center the text. Ta-da. Okay, so you would just keep going with that process. And hopefully y'all have more than 3 houses. So if you do, you can just grab, again, any of these tiles that say text and images, however many you need, right? So single, 2 more, 3 more, drag, drop, and keep going. Okay. Any questions so far? Drew, if working on a team, can you just have leader make year in review or any letter due to lack of access to properties? Drew, yes. If your team leader can log into their account and create this email and then share it with you, you can absolutely do it that way. Hope that answers your questions. Okay, any other questions on adding the tiles or what we've done so far? No, okay. So that's the first thing, right? So I added my little introduction. I added a tile so I could put my title, right? My home sold. Now I've added my sold homes either by using the property tile or by using the text and image tile. The next thing that I think would be good to include is some client testimonials, right? Let's pick some people that have left you reviews that you've helped in the past year. So I'm going to use the same tile for that. I'm going to use my text and images tile. Hopefully y'all have taken pictures with your clients when you've closed the house, and hopefully they've left you a review. So I'm going to go over here again. I'm going to select this same one. That's 3 text and image options. I'm going to drop it right here underneath. Oh, and I forgot to add my heading. So I'm going to go back up here, grab my heading, and I'm going to put it in between those 2. Okay. So I'm going to call this, I'm going to change the color again to the Berkshire Hathaway Cabernet or whatever it's called. And I'm going to say 2022 client, or you know what? Let's make it happier. 2022 happy clients. That's what I'm going to head that. And again, I'm just going to center it. Okay, so now I'm going to click back in here and I'm going to start grabbing photos of my clients with myself at closings. So I'm going to click on the blue camera button, upload image, search. Let's grab that one, upload another one. Oh, gotta go over here. That one, upload image. Okay, so I've added my 3 images that I want. I'm going to select the first one, put it here, go to the next one, click the blue camera, select the second image, go to the third one, click the blue camera, select the third image. Okay, so now I've got pictures of my clients. And what I want to do down below is add their testimonials. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to go back. I still have my ACE dashboard tab open over here at the top. So I'm going to go back to my ACE dashboard. You don't want to close out that tab you're on, right? So you either want to open a new tab, or if you still have your dashboard open, go back. Now, my testimonials are in testimonial tree, which I can get to through ACE. If your client reviews are somewhere else, you just want to open a new tab and go there. So if you have them on Facebook, you're going to go to Facebook. If you have them on Zillow, you're going to log into your Zillow account, Google, wherever they are. But I'm going to pull them out of testimonial tree. Okay, so here's the one from Sherry. I'm going to click it. Now I can grab this text, copy it, come back over to my ActivePipe, delete this out, paste it there. Okay. And you would just repeat the process. Go back to testimonial tree. Let's grab this one. Copy it, back to ActivePipe. Put it there. Final one, back to testimonial tree or wherever yours are. Grab it. Copy. Back to ActivePipe. Delete this. Paste it there. Okay. Any questions so far? Nope. All right. So now we've got our intro, we've got our sold homes, and we've got our testimonials. Okay. Next thing you can add, and you guys can add whatever it is that you can think of, right? I'm just giving you some examples of things I would include, but really anything goes. So the next thing that I would want to add is some helpful tips, right? Let's give them some valuable information or reminders. So this is my favorite tile. I'm going to use it a lot because it's just the easiest, right? So I'm going to go back to my handy dandy text and images tile. I'm going to grab the 3 again. And I'm going to, oh, you know what? I keep forgetting. Let's do our heading first. I'm going to come all the way back up to the top. I'm going to grab our heading. Drop it underneath the tile I just created. And we're going to call this helpful tips or whatever you want to call it. Make it purple. Center it. Bang. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to come over to my text and images. I'm going to grab this tile, make sure the green arrows are below our heading and drop it there. Okay. So for tip number 1, I want to remind all my clients that they have already been invited to, hopefully you've been doing this, our Forever Concierge program. So for the lifetime that they own that new home, if they need any help with anything from moving to home improvement projects to getting a new cable company, they can log into your Forever Concierge and find the appropriate vendor that they need. So I want to remind everybody that they have access to that. So I'm going to, again, click on the little camera here, image. Now for this one, I'm going to go to the top and go to my shared images, okay? So these are images already loaded in here by the company that you are allowed to use, okay? So I am going to search my shared images and I'm just going to type home. All right, here's a guy on a ladder. That looks like a home improvement. So I'm going to grab that one. And then in the text here, I'm going to say, remember, you have access. You have, let's say, you have lifetime access to my Forever Concierge program to help you find contractors, you can say vendors, you know, for any home improvement project. if you missed the invite, you can join, and I'm going to type the word here. Okay. Then I am going to highlight the word here. And I am going to use up here, it looks like a little chain link or paperclip. That's a hyperlink. So I'm going to make the word here an actual hyperlink. So I'm going to click that. I want it to link to a web address. And then I'm going to grab my Forever Concierge link. Okay. So for all of you who are like, well, what is that? It's going to be the same for everyone. So it's going to be your name, first name dash last name .foreverconcierge.com. So your first name dash last name .foreverconcierge.com. Okay, so just fill in your name. So I'm going to copy that. And then I'm going to drop it here and click continue. So now that's a hyperlink. And when you send out this email, all they have to do from that email is click that word here and they can join your Forever Concierge. Okay. So what's the next thing I want to give them some helpful information on? Let's say I want to tell them that they can sign up for the Market Watch report. So if they bought a house with me this year and they want to keep track of how that investment is doing, they can sign up for that once a month Market Watch report. Okay, so I'm going to click again, the little blue image button. I'm going to go to shared images, and you can use whatever image you want, right? So if you've got one on your computer you want to use, you can upload it under My Images. But for this, I'm just going to use the shared images, and I'm going to pick, one that I like. So I'm going to pick this one. And then for the text, I'm going to come back, delete this out. I'm going to say, bought a house this year. Keep an eye on your investment by signing up for my once a month, let's say for my personalized once per month market watch report. And then again, same thing, right? I'm going to type the word here. I am going to highlight the word here. I'm going to come back up to that hyperlink. And then I'm going to grab the URL for my home valuation system. Okay, and again, that should be the same for everyone. So it'll be valuations.foxroach.com/ your full name. valuations.foxroach.com/ your full name. Now, you can also find that link by going into your ACE dashboard, by searching HVS, home valuation system. It will log you into your dashboard. You would go to Market My Valuations page, click on it, and then grab that link. All right, so I've added that. And let's see what the third one would be. The third one could be, let's remind them that they can still buy a home warranty through us if they want to. Okay, so I'm going to go to images. Now I had preloaded this under my images, right? So I just grabbed the HSA warranty ahead of time. So I'm going to pull that. Change the text to say, if you have not already purchased a home warranty, please reach out to me for more details, okay? Or whatever you want to say. Now, some more tips you could include, don't forget tax season is coming up. Reach out to me if you need a, digital copy of your closing statement for your taxes, just as another example. Okay. All right. So what else can we add? If we want, we can now add some articles about the upcoming year, right? So now let's give them some preview into what's going to be happening in 2023, right? So to do that, we're going to come over down to the right-hand menu. And there is a section called Smart Feed. Okay. So I'm under Smart Feed. And you can either do one featured article, you can do a grid of articles, or a list of articles. Okay, so I'm going to grab the list. Oh, I forgot again, you guys. Everybody remind me, headings, headings, headings. I lied. I'm going to come all the way back up to the top under text. I'm going to grab my heading. I'm going to drop it there. And we're going to call this what's coming up in 2023. I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to change the color. Oop, try that again. Clicked too fast. Change the color. Center it. Okay, now I've got my title. Now back to the right. Scroll down till you see the Smart Feed options. And I'm going to grab my list, or whichever one you want. You can do single article, a grid, or a list. I'm going to grab the list one. And here we go. So now for this tile, in the lower right-hand corner, in order to select the article that you want to add, you're going to have to click this little orange button in the lower right-hand corner. Okay, so I'm going to click this. Now it's going to take you into a section where on the right-hand side is a whole list of different types of branded content, meaning you can use it and basically say it's coming from you. So you have access to NAR, Apartment Therapy, Philly Magazine, Riz Media, Keeping Current Matters, New York Times, Realtor News, etc. So any of these, and then above that is company content. So you can look through any of these. Like, so if I click on Riz Media, let's say, if we give it a minute, it's going to pull up a bunch of Riz Media articles that you can look through. And if you find one that you want, here's one: what to expect from the housing market and economy in 2023. That sounds appropriate. I'm going to click it. Boom, it's added it. Okay, so when they receive the email, they'll be able to click read article, and it will take them to your branded Riz Media page to read that article. Okay. Alternatively, you can grab articles from anywhere on the internet that are public, copy the URL to that article, and add it that way. So to do that, I'm going to, same first step, I'm going to click the little orange paper icon. And instead of picking from down here at the very top, it says fetch from URL. So right here, I can grab, and I had some I already picked out. So I'm going to copy this one. I'm going to put the URL right there, click enter. Oop. Oh, that was the same one I already grabbed. Let's try a different one. Oh, that's supposed to be a different one. Let's see, where'd it go? All right, try that again. It really, because they're all Riz Media articles, it just wants to pull up these few. Don't know why, because it worked before. So let's try this again. Let's go here. Yeah, there it is, right? So this was the article. It's another Riz Media one, but this one is about Social Security changes coming up in 2023. Okay. So that's the one I'm trying to add that I should be able to just by using this link. I don't know why that's not working. Let's see. Huh. I don't know, but if you're pulling a URL from anywhere else online, that should work. And let me show you how I found those articles in Riz Media. Okay. So I went back to my ACE dashboard and I want to go into the Resource Center. So here it is under Digital Marketing, Resource Center. Going to go into the Social Media Resource Center. I'm going to go into ACE Social here. And then on my left-hand menu, exclusive content. So if I click here, right, here's an article right here, the silver linings for 2023 home buyers. And if you want to search, you can go in this little search box and say, I want anything that has to do with 2023, search. And then here's how I found those 3 articles that I was going to add, right? So silver linings for 2023 home buyers, 2023 color of the year, and Social Security changes due in 2023. But again, you can literally pull articles from anywhere. I'm going to go back to my ActivePipe and let's just see if we can find some more to pull from here. Okay, here's So Wonderful 2023. That looks like a good article. I'm going to click on that and add that one. Okay. So now I've got my articles. Okay, and you can add as few or as many as you want. So the last thing I want to add is another little, blurb at the end, just thanking everyone for all of their support throughout 2022. And a reminder that they should stay in touch with me, for all of their real estate needs, and please refer me. Okay. So I'm going to come back up to the top and under the text options, right? I'm just going to grab a single column text box. I'm going to drag that underneath. And then I'm going to type out my little blurb. I hope you found the, you know what? I'm going to do one better. I'm going to delete this out. I'm going to go back to my handy text and images. I'm going to grab this one, put it here. Then what I'm going to do is grab an image. Now you have options. You can grab an image of yourself. You can grab an image of your team, whatever you want to do. Here's my logo. I could add my team logo here, right? So you can grab whatever you want. What I want to do is actually add I created a QR code for my digital business card. So I want to give people that. So let me go grab it from where I sent it to myself. Everybody bear with me for a second. I thought I had already added it, but I didn't. So I got to come in here and grab it. Okay, so here's the QR code I created. I'm going to download that. We're going to name it so we can find it. Digital business card QR. Boop. Okay, back into ActivePipe, upload image. Here it is, upload. I'm gonna grab that. Okay, so now that that's there, I'm gonna come to the text next to it and say, I hope you found the above information helpful. Thank you again for all of your support in 2022. Here's to looking forward to another great year. Please stay in touch and remember that we love referrals. Scan the QR code to the left to download my digital business card. And feel free to share it. Cheers. Okay, so whatever you want to write whatever you want, but I'm going to end it by saying, here, scan this so you have my digital business card on your phone, and then you can easily share out my contact information with anyone who might need help in real estate. Okay, so now that we've got this set how we want it, at the top, we can actually preview it before we send this out. So I'm going to click preview, view preview. Okay, so this is what the email will look like. Right, so we've got our intro here. We've got our homes sold. We've got our pictures and testimonials from last year's clients. We've got a few helpful tips. And then we have some articles on what's coming up in 2023. And then we have our, thank you so much, please download my card. Okay. And at the top, you can see it's scalable. So if they're looking at it on a computer, it'll look one way. You can click this and see what it would look like if they're looking on their phone. It just streamlines everything if they're on a mobile device. All right. So if the preview is how you like it, you're going to click done, and you don't have to make any more changes. If you notice something you didn't like, you wanted to change, you forgot to add, you're still in editing mode, so you can go back and add any of these other tiles that you want to, okay? But if you are good to go, in the upper right-hand corner, you're gonna click the bluish greenish save button. And now the option to share it has popped up. So if we click share, we're going to go to, you have options. You can go to quick send, where you can send it out as an email. You can copy a link to it, or you can post it to social media. Okay. So to send it out in an email, I'm going to choose the quick send option. So now there's two things we have to do. We have to say who we want to send it to and when. So your options for who is, if you want to send this to every one of your contacts, you click this button on, and that will go to all of your active contacts that have not already unsubscribed. Okay. So you can see here, it's telling me it's going to send this to 877 people. I definitely have more contacts than that, but some of them have unsubscribed. Maybe their email is now invalid, whatever. So that's how many people it's going to send it to. Alternatively, if you don't want to send it to everyone, in this box down here, you can type in individual contact names, or if you have your contacts already organized into groups, like I showed y'all in the last class, you can just type the name of those groups. So let's say I want to send this to my sphere. I type sphere, it pops up. I click it. Now I want to add my past clients. Type that, etc. So you can type as many individuals or groups as you want and just keep adding them here until you have everyone you want to send it to. Okay. Next option is when do you want to send it? Okay, and it's Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to send it right now, you just leave schedule immediately, selected, click send, and you are done. If you want to send it out at a specific date and time, select that option instead. Pick the hours, the minutes, the time of day, and the date, and then click send, and it will go out at that time. I'm not going to actually send this because I haven't completed it yet, but just wanted to show you guys that. All right, so that was it. I just wanted to pause here and see if anyone had any questions or wanted me to go back through any piece of that. Remember that you're muted, so feel free to unmute yourselves if you want to ask a question. Anybody? We all got all of that? Excellent. All right. Well, thank you all for coming today. I hope you found that useful. I think it's a great idea to kind of send out a recap to all your clients at the very least, if not everyone. It's easy to do in ActivePipe. You just need to make sure that all your contacts you want to send it to are already loaded into ACE. So if you need help with that, you can review last week's class on my YouTube channel or reach out to me and I'll direct you on how to make sure your contacts are in there or grouped. Look forward to seeing you all next week. Next week's class, we're going to be learning about Cole Realty Resource, which is kind of a data mining program that we have access to for free, similar to Remine that we have through Bright, but it's free. So that will help us start drilling down into large amounts of data to try to pinpoint some prospects we can reach out to find listings for this year, for 2023. So the next couple classes, we're going to be focusing on how do we get some listings, okay? So next week, same time, same day, Thursday at 1, we'll be looking at that. All right, I will send this recording out once it's fully processed and uploaded to YouTube. Thank you guys so much for coming and go enjoy the rest of your day.